They said it couldn't be done. They called it folly. But Professor Phineas Flutterfoot was about to change the very foundation of transportation. Introducing the Aerostride Steam Boots, a revolutionary fusion of boiler technology and footwear elegance. Truth, a debut test on the cobblestone streets old With a hopeful skip and a triumphant sputter, the good professor attempted his first step.
But within moments, a curious discomfort began to spread.
A curious discomfort, he called it. The inventor was now learning the hard way that...
Boots, seemingly independent, began to take control of his stride. His Aerostride was now a frantic, uncontrollable dance.
Failure! The Boots, now operating at peak pressure, chose a new, ominous direction. A brief moment of clarity, or perhaps pure panic, led him to attempt a desperate dismount. Deep within the alley's shadows, the Boots found their true, terrifying purpose. They were not for strolling, they were for burning. Desperation sets in. His mind raced, searching for any object, any tool. He spotted an antique water barrel, a momentary beacon of hope. The Boots, however, seemed to have a terrifying heat-fueled intelligence. They deliberately swerved, avoiding the salvation he sought. The Boots were no longer burning his feet. They were burning the very ground he stood on. Emerging from the darkness, the chaotic stride entered the bustling market square, turning a peaceful afternoon into a spectacle of panic. The inventor was now a living, screaming steam train, heading straight for the city constable, Officer Bumble. Officer Bumble, ever diligent, attempted to issue a citation for excessive steam and unauthorized incineration. The Boots seemed to be guiding him to a single, inevitable destination, drawing an ever-growing crowd of horrified onlookers. The temperature was now critical. The device was no longer just a pair of shoes. It was a runaway forge. A carelessly discarded newspaper stand. Even the rain-slicked cobblestones could not handle the pressure, turning small puddles to instantaneous, violent steam explosions. The sound of frantic whistles and shouts indicated the Boots suddenly changed direction, ignoring the approaching firemen and heading instead toward the heart of the city's power source. The pipe he struck could not withstand the mechanical rage of the Boots, and it instantly exploded in his face. Defeated and drenched in industrial runoff, the professor finally stopped moving. Then he saw it, a single red beacon of salvation. The power of his invention was now stronger than the will of its creator. A temporary victory. The fire was doused, the machine briefly silenced. Believing the ordeal to be over, he smiled for the first time all day. But genius, like steam, always finds a way to explode. And the professor knew in his burning heart that he was in terminal danger. With no control left, the shoes had only one speed: too fast.
professor's final, desperate act was a dance of pure, uncontrollable panic.
And then, the silence. The feeling of Satya.